Morning.
How are you guys feeling today?
Tired as hell.
Oh no. Hopefully we'll get you moving.
Insomnia.
Insomnia. Oh no. Yes, we all have that every once in a while.
Yeah, annoying.
It is. Interesting topic. Maybe we could talk about that in the chat, what you do for insomnia. So in the meantime, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming anyway. Hopefully we'll shake off some of the cobwebs and get you going for the day and hopefully have a better sleep tonight with our workout. Today is full body circuits because I know you guys love that. And we'll be using a 5-pound dumbbell, 8, 10, somewhere in there, because I tend to change the workout on the fly. I'm like, oh no, that'll go better there. So 10 exercises, one after the other. We'll do a little 1-minute break, and then we'll do that 3 rounds. And of course, our little 5-minute warm up, and that's usually about class. So let's grab our bands. We'll get right into it right away, Monday morning, because it feels good. Up and over with that band. Make sure you have your weights all laid out for you. It's just dumbbells today or body weight. So if you have some lighter ones, that's always great as an option. So you have something to hold on to, but you know, it kind of doesn't add a ton of load, like 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. You know, I'm sure your purse weighs more than that. So 360 around, or a book bag, or any kind of bag for the kids. You know, grocery shopping. And you're not doing overhead presses with them, but. And the other way, 360 around, drop that arm down, bring the other arm around. And then we'll hit up a little band pull apart for the upper back and shoulders. Just trying to keep that muscle, the muscles up there strong, nice and tall. You know, you can give yourself a double chin called packing the neck or stacking the neck, and drive with the sides of the arms here, the hands, that outside edge of the hand versus, you know, leaving the fists up. That's still gonna hit the rear delts though. And squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, trying to squeeze them, not necessarily shrug up. And then we're gonna hit up the top of the mat with some zigzags, forward and back, lateral walk. We'll drop that down, top of the mat, and then just stepping. And the reason we do this is really just to get the joints kind of all moving and warmed up before we start adding load. You know, sometimes people call it mobility, sometimes they call it warm up. There's a number of names that we can, you know, describe or define these types of movements as, but it's basically movement before your more serious movement. And then lateral walks with a little semi squat going on there, demi squat, step, step, pushing with the sides of the foot, just making sure your knees are tracking over your feet. You know, you're not caving in or anything like that. You're leaving a little bit of a workspace in between the knees as you walk. Side, side. And so we're trying to get you warmed up as quickly as possible. Full range of motion lunges, because we're going to be doing lunges, squats, all the way up, all the way down. We're just get that weight into the heels, just seeing how the body is feeling today. You're like, okay, how do I feel? Do I feel energized? All the way down, all the way up. And if you can go all the way down, a little double pump, as low as you can go without feeling like you're gonna fall over, or a little bit of a butt weight, which just means your bum tucks under. You know, you wanna push your butt out, all the way up. I call it Urkeling, but you know, you would have to know that show, Family Matters, in order to know that bum tuck under. All the way down, all the way up. So luckily, we're gonna start with squat, curl, and press today. So if you wanna start with 5 pounds and then work your way up, you know, with 8, 7, 8, 10s, anything that you have in between, even if you just have like the wrist weights, we can even start there, and then you don't have to hold on to anything, it'd be just on the wrist. So squat, curl, and press, and then we're gonna do a side lunge row, which is kind of new. 3 rounds, and we'll hit it up, and then I'll let you know the next one. Okay, squat, curl, and press. Ready? And go. So narrow squat or sumo squat, that's up to you. Curl up, press, curl it back down, boom. And then we start again. So everything's gonna be nice and fluid. It's not a ton of power right now, just a nice flow in transitioning between the movements. So you can think of them as 3 movements or a 1 unit, all the way up, back down, squat, up, curl, and press. And so the limiting factors are usually, well, it could be the weight. It also could be the curl part of the exercise or the overhead press. So whatever weights you use for those 2 exercises ends up being kind of like the weight you use for this exercise. And 3, 2, 1, we're gonna hit up lateral lunges to the side and clean row. Back up together. Other side, step, clean, row, back together. So lateral lunge and then row and alternate right to left side. This is gonna be a good one. Core tight. Then we're gonna hit up reverse lunges with a little kick. All the way up. Switch, row, pop that chest. I'll show you from the side. Sink, row, back up and over, like stepping up and over. Row, opposite side, and steps. So you have the lateral lunge, and then you have the row portion of the exercise. We're gonna hit up reverse lunges with a kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse lunge. So you can hold them upright or low. Reverse lunge, come up, kick. And then you're gonna switch sides. Reverse lunge, kick your leg in front. Switch feet, step back, sink down, kick same side. And then switch to the opposite side. So it's a lot of alternating between right and left, which is a ton of coordination. Boom. And if you want, when you step back, you can lift, step back, sink, come together, kick. Then we're gonna do some half kneelings. Kick. Half kneeling with an upright row. And up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, upright row. And again, down to the knees, reverse, come back up, upright row. It's a lot of movement today. So if you have 5 pounds, that's probably gonna be the great weight for today. Really depends on that bicep curl. Upright row. Then we're gonna hit the floor. Back up. Back down. So we can be a little gingerly with bringing it down as long as you can get back up. If not, we can just do half kneeling, upright row, and just hang out on our knees. And you can even sit if you have to. Sit on the feet or half kneeling this way. And 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna lay on our back on the floor. Little chest press with the glute bridge. So all the way down, press and up and back down. So glute, hip lift, hold, or up and down. Squeeze, more tight. So draw in on the center of your core. You can lift up and then press, back down, and then bring your hips back down. It really just depends on your strength levels. And I love the chest press at this level because Your arms are not gonna go behind your body. Make sure that those weights are in line with the tops of the shoulders. You know, it's kind of like halfway between the shoulders and the chest. And side plank, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick it up. We're just gonna leave the weights on the floor. You can fold the mat, side plank with the leg lift, up, and then back down. Now we can have the weights on this if we really wanted to, if the side plank is not challenging enough with the leg lift. But we can start with the first round without weights and then go ahead and add weights. You simply just hold the weight on the hip and back down. Or if you want like a nice light weight, you can always leave the arm in the air and back down. So we're gonna do right and left side. Anytime we do single side stuff, you already know what comes next. The other side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, or you just roll it over. You can adjust your mat. You know, if you have to fold the mat, give a little more support or cushion to the elbow, and then up, back down. Make sure that elbow is actually, the elbow is directly under the shoulder, because as you come up, it will position itself at like basically 90 degrees. Up, hold, back down, slow. Now you can always take off some of the weight of your outside leg by bending the knee, back up, come back down. And the regression again is just to hold a side plank if the up down is too much for the hip structure. And up. You can flex your foot forward. You're gonna get a little more glute with that. And core tight, of course, to help brace the midsection. And we're gonna go back to our back with some pullovers with those weights. 5, 4, 3, 2. So just grab our weights. Now we're gonna do pullovers, and we can do a marching hip thrust. Back down, pull over, marching with the glute bridge. So right now I'm using 2 8s. 2 5s would be great, or maybe even 1 10 if you have some of the weights close by. I know it's between a number of dumbbells, but we can manage. And up. And after this, we're gonna do some reverse crunches. Finish off the series, and then we're gonna adjust our weight accordingly. And up and back down. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. We can leave the weight on the mat. And then just lift. Right? Smooth transition into the next movement. Back down. Up. Squeeze. Back down. And back down. Lift. Slowly lower, touch the heels, back up, and down. Almost there. Now, if you have your legs straight, obviously this is gonna be a little harder than if your knees are bent. Last 10 seconds, hang in there. And the regression, of course, we can hit up some single leg drop downs or single leg drops. And then up with that little hip tilt. And 5, 4, 3, 2, we roll it up, get ourselves a quick drink, and then we're gonna do the whole thing again. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I forgot one, that's why. Well, we'll just add it in. Quick little behind the scenes. This is the workout. And then I go and type it up for you guys. So it's, you know, obviously not in my hand font. So We've got lateral shuffles. So we'll do that twice. We'll do an 11 one. We'll stick it at the end right after the reverse crunches. So keep the heart rate up. You guys ready for round 2? Let's hit it. Squat, curl, and press. And if you have 2 sets of dumbbells, 5, 10, maybe something in the mid-range, it all works. We can use it for each of the movements. Ready? And go. Squat, curl, and press. So this one also, you can do it as a sumo, curl, press, and any variation. So this one has a little more power to it than some of the other movements here today, and it works all of the muscles. So more muscles moving, more calories burned, because you're doing more work. Down, up, squeeze, press. Back down. Hopefully now you're feeling warm, you're feeling hot. Last 10 seconds. Then we're hitting up the side lunge with the row. And 5, 4, 3, 2, side lunge. Just make sure you have a nice workspace that's safe, and row. I'll show you a little closer to the camera here. Step, row, squeeze. Back up. Step, bend over, row, and you can come back up if you want. Step, and then back to the opposite side, and up. And it's only a minute, give or take. You're not gonna get many reps per side. And if all you had was 1 dumbbell, you can also use 1 dumbbell. You switch to the opposite side, boom, other one. So an offset loading with a row. Squeeze. And you can even use that leg. You know, if you put one down, leg, row. Just invented a new exercise here. And reverse lunges. Sorry, wrong. Lateral shuffles with a ground tap. Back to your mat. Lateral shuffles, real quick. High toes, middle of the squat. Down. I'm actually going to show you another one for round 3. So you can pop it real quick, or you can step it real quick. Step, shuffle. Basically every time you move your foot, you lift the other foot, knowing it's coming. It could also be a little grapevine-ish. One really big grapevine. Right and left grapevines could work here. And we'll hit up the reverse lunges with the kick. And 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse lunge with the kick. 1 dB or 2, 2, reverse lunge, step, sink, up, get your balance, kick your leg forward, up, kick. Or it's almost like a flick. Up, and you can even just lift your leg. Up. And make sure you brace your core. And make sure you don't step on any of your weights that might be hanging out behind you, beside you. Kick. Or lift, like lift. Definitely got some abs in there. Woo. Up, leg lift, step, leg lift. Think, leg lift. And back down. And half kneeling, upright row. Ready? And 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, up, down, down. And we can do the upright row, up, up. Row at the bottom or row at the top, or just the row at the top. Down, down, up, up, row. Both work. and up. And you can always switch the sides, whichever leg you step back with. It's up to you. Down, down, switch, up, up, and row. Because we don't have a ton. This whole exercise here probably takes about 5 reps, 5 seconds or more. And then we're gonna hit up the floor, chest press with that hip lift or glute bridge hold. Down, up, upright row, down to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna roll it back with your DBs. Down and press and back down. So it could be a little Jane Fonda-ish with the dumbbells. And back down and up. Back down, up. Press. Now for this exercise, if 5 pounds is too light for you, you can always adjust it upwards. Back down and up. And press. Then we're gonna do side planks, right and left, with the leg lift. And 4, 3, 2, 1, kick it up. Side plank, leg lift. You can always switch up your mat here. And down and up. Back down. And go right away. So down, up, hold, slow on the down. And remember, you're coming up on that side of the leg here, on the lower leg. Up, you can flex your foot, back down, back up. Hold it, up. And if the movement starts getting too much fire in the hip or in the glute or in the arm, we can just go with the hold, side plank hold. And, or if you're good to go, it's the right amount of fitness, you just keep going. And 3, 2, 1, flip sides, and down and up. Legs straight, hips are straight, up. And if you feel that your shoulder is too far away, like too open, just tuck it a little bit, get more over it. And when you come up, you'll feel less force in that shoulder capsule. Down and up, core tight. Up and back down. You're sweating today. Hold it, up, back down slow. So next up, dumbbell pullovers, right and left side alternating, hip lift or glute bridge. 3, 2, 1, we can go down, put that mat back, grab your weight or a weight. If you happen to have one heavier one, that'll work out well too. And pull over. And we can go right leg, march left leg, and you can even do 4. Right leg, left leg, and then another pullover. So sometimes it's single sets, sometimes it's double. So double the amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit up a pullover. And pull over. And one more pull over, keeping your center of the back, your lower back on the floor. And then we're going to reverse crunches and then back up to lateral shuffle. So put the weights overhead or hold one weight or both weights. Reverse crunch, back down. So draw in. Low, especially on the down. If you do this particular exercise slower, it's so much more effective than simply like trying to go fast, you know, getting it over with. Slow hold, draw in. Really feeling all of the muscle groups moving to really develop that mind-muscle connection. Draw in. So there is a vacuum portion of it. Breathe out as you lift up and back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, we'll roll it up. Let some blood flow back down. If you're okay to get up, just make sure your weights are up and out of the way. And we're gonna shuffle it, leading us to our next break. And back down. Shuffle. And if you want, you can hit up like a little semi plyo squat, back up, shuffle, back to the center. And breathe. Last 20 seconds, and we'll get a drink. I'm gonna show you a different variation next time, but you can also do a little grapevine, boom, over, rub behind, over, behind, and back down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Woo. Quick drink, squat curl and press, last series. Because you can even put the laterals in between every second exercise. So you always keep bringing your heart rate up. Deep breath. Let it out. Squat, curl, and press. Put on gallery view here, see everybody moving here today. You guys ready? Squat, curl, press, and then we can decide which other weights you want. Squat, curl, press, then lateral lunge, row. That's the first two. Yep, and go. There we go. Let's see you in action here. Press. Good. Make sure when you press, core tight, belly tight, stand up tall. Use your whole skeleton, not your lower back necessarily. Yeah. Up. Neutral grip on that down below. We're hitting it up. Squat, curl, press. It does almost seem very clean, almost like a clean and press. But in the general fitness world, you cannot move a heavy weight fast. So if you think you're lifting heavy and moving fast, you might be stronger than you think. So up, curl, and drive those weights back down. Reset. Excellent. And 5, 4, 3, 2, going rows, lateral lunge, step, row. Step for a lateral lunge, lean over, row. Back together. There you go. Now, if you only got that one weight there, you can use just one arm. Step, lean, row. Switch hands. Step, lean, row. It's gonna feel more comfortable than you trying to row to your belly with the one weight. Step, lean, you can use that arm for a little support, that leg, sorry, the knee. Step, lean, row. Core tight. Excellent, I'm loving it. Lateral shuffles again, and I'm gonna show you a new variation. It'll be like a scissor shovel. Shovel. Don't swear. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2. So we can keep going with the shuffles to the center, or we can do scissor shuffles. Boom, forward and back. And then back to the center, boom. There you go. Laterally walking, but scissor jumping. Oh yeah, it requires coordination. You're like, I have to jump sideways while making my feet go forward and back? Yes, like a running man to the side. Just going shopping here. Don't mind me. To the center. Back up. Shuffle, switch. And it can be super deliberate in the beginning. You're just basically hopping your feet forward and back. Center. If you have no space, just do it on one space. And 3. That's a good one. 2, 1. Reverse lunge kick. You know what's coming next. Reverse lunge, step, kick, or lift. Switch sides. Down, set, kick, switch sides. Reverse lunge or knee drive, we can even do. Step back, knee drive. Both work. All 3 work. Just depends on where you're at with your fitness level. And obviously coordination level. Sometimes it requires a little bit of thinking. And up and back down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, upright row, kneeling, upright row, kneeling, down, down, up, up, row at the bottom or row at the top. Down, down, up, up, row. Upright row. This is for shoulders. Down, up, row. Slow on the down, slow on the up, boom. And if you ever need to fold your mat, we can also do that. Just to give more cushion to the knees. You don't want to get right on that knee point. Down, down, up, up, upright row. Then we're hitting up the floor. Chest press with the hip lift. Boom, boom, and 4, 3, 2, down to the floor. Chest press. Adding a hip lift. Press. So you can press it up and leave your hips up, or you can come down, press, lift, back down, and then arms, or both at the same time if you'd like. It just depends on what you're most comfortable with. Just make sure your feet are underneath your knees. They're slightly close to the bum, because if not, if you're too far away, you're gonna feel really hard hamstrings, or you might feel it in your lower back. But if you're looking to work those hamstrings, this would be a great exercise for that. Press. Getting ready for those side planks. And 5, 4, 3, 2, hopefully the sweat is rolling. Side planks, roll your mat if you need it. Angel wings on your mat. And up, back down. So you can hold it. If it's too much for the shoulder and elbow, we can just hit up a side leg lift to work the glutes. Side plank to have some core and some hips in there. Just make sure your elbow, mine's a little far, make sure your elbow's right underneath you. Just adjust it. No worries. If an exercise doesn't feel right, you just go ahead and adjust it. Or if your body says, sorry, hon, not today, then we find an alternative, or you skip it. Especially if I'm writing programs for you. Sometimes you'll come in and things are just not moving correctly that day. And 3, 2, 1, other side. And up, switch. Make sure everything's nice and aligned, everything's nice and straight. Your hips are not too far back. They should be open and forward, not crouched. You should be open, nice and straight, especially with that working leg that's lifting. Down, up. And remember, to make it harder, if you could, you can lift your leg higher. You can lift your hip higher off the floor. And this is all before us even adding weight. And banded, boom, that's killer. Remember, this is the last one, so we're sprinting to the end here. Last 5 seconds. Back to those hip lifts with a pullover. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Grab your weights, put them on your chest, roll it back, under control, and pull over, touch, back up, hip lift, right and left side. Glute bridge. Back down, core tight. You gotta brace your core. Hip. Lift your glutes right off the floor. Single leg hip lift. Again, brace and then pull over. And then we're going shuffle. And you can choose your variation. And down and up. And back down. Up. And back down. Breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, shuffles. Bring those weights down. Safely put them back on the ground. You need to take a knee to allow the blood to flow back to the feet. You know, hold on to something if you feel lightheaded. And shuffles, go. So either shuffles, squats, or our nice lateral hops with the scissors. Or you can even do it single time. Lateral hops, and down, boom. Or you can go quicker once you get the patterning down and you're like, yes, I got this. This is like our beginner plyometrics. It's almost like a jumping jack. This has more coordination involved. Because you guys already know jumping jacks. And 5, 4, 3, 2, you did it! Woo! I like that one. That one's a good one. So we have 2 minutes left. Woo! So, if we can, let's hit up some leg stretching, lower back stretching. So, wide legs. We're just gonna push it down, push our hips back. Now, if you arch your lower back a little bit and you're quite not flexible in the hamstrings, you're gonna feel it just by doing this, like leaning on your legs and bending over. If you need more, you can always push your hips back and then come down, grab the ankles if you will. Or if you're super flexible, we're hitting the floor. You can even push your hips back. You know, if you push them back, hang on to the floor, you're gonna get those hamstrings, inner thighs. And, whoo, that's coming off. Let it dangle. We'll feel that lower back in there. Reach to the right. Little lower back down here. Reach to the left. Breathe. And we're gonna roll it up. Roll it up, roll it up. Let it dangle because it feels good. All the way up. We're gonna take a deep breath in. So if you have some cardio you can do, this would be a great time to do it. And or stretching. I'm hoping to get in foam rolling sometime in the next 2 weeks, because I know you guys have a foam roller. So take a deep breath in. We're all done for Monday. Breathe. Nice and tall. Reach and look up. Let it out. And again, nice and tall. And let it out. Awesome job today, ladies. We'll be back tomorrow with more fun and fitness, and have yourselves a great Monday. Bye.